What's going on, everybody? It's Erica with Not Your Average EDC, and today we are going to talk about how the experience was not testing knives for a whole month, because I always test knives, and this month I didn't. So we're going to talk about that, but first, a couple of disclaimers. Number one, I look like I just crawled out of a dumpster because I probably did, but also I worked all day, like 8 hours outside, I'm sunburnt, I'm greasy from bug spray, I'm literally disgusting. Second thing, let's look at what I carried today. I carried the Spyderco Sage 5 Lightweight in M4, and this is the coated one. Oh god, what is it called? Tungsten something coating. Carried this one, and I carried a fixed blade as well, and that was my BGM Knives MagnaCut full flat ground mini spade. So those are the knives that I carried. I had another disclaimer. What was it? The dogs are here. They'll probably bark at some point. I'm disgusting. Oh, we hit over 4,000 subs. That was what I really wanted to talk about. For some reason, we don't know why, but we got over 4,000 subs. It's been a little over a year since we've had the channel, and I said that if I ever hit 4,000 subs, I would wash my 5-year-old pants that I've never washed ever. So I will be recording that video at some point. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm disgusting. I'm like so disgusting, but I also love knives. And I have a pair of pants that I've never washed since I've had them, and they're like 5 years old, so like I'm gonna record washing them and see how black the water gets. We'll do that at some point. I think Metal Complex must have sent some people over here with his most recent video, because like there's no reason that I should be at 4,000 subs at all. So he must have like sent people. So if you're somebody that got sent here from Metal Complex, thank you, but also feel free to leave if you want, because this channel is full of disgusting stuff, like greasy, sweaty people, and a lot of swearing. But knives, like, there are knives. Okay, yeah, so the dogs will be playing in the background, but let's just talk about what it was like not testing knives for a whole month, because if you don't know, I do a lot of testing on my channel, and my testing is a whole month. It's a whole month long consecutively. I will not review a knife or really even say much about it in total until my review is done. And I do weekly updates, so I'll do 4 updates during the testing. Every weekend we'll do a test update. But if you've messaged me before about knives, like, my general response is go watch my video, or I haven't tested that yet, so I can't say anything, because I really don't like to speak about things until I have like a good month of use in. So when I started the YouTube channel, I also started doing my consecutive testing every single month. So every month since I started the channel last April, I have been testing a knife, and I haven't had like a choice on what to test. Or I didn't have a choice on what to carry, because I was always testing knives. And some people are like, well, why don't you get to choose what knives you test? I mean, I kind of do sometimes. There are certain like scales that I have to test sometimes, though, for companies, or like steels, or people voted for things. So it's not like I really had a choice as to what I could carry to test. I usually leave it up to you guys. And I decided to take the month of May off from testing for the first time in a year, because I kind of just wanted to see what it would be like carrying whatever I wanted for a whole month. I hated it. I thought I would like it. Nug, did we hate it? We did. It was awful, guys. I think I'm just so programmed to, like, testing things and doing things a certain way on the channel. And, like, it felt odd. I did not like having a choice every day as to what to carry. It was awful. And some people, say that about what I do. Like, some people try carrying a knife for a month straight with no choice other than that one knife, and they say, holy shit, this is hell. This is literal hell. But I think for me, I really like the consecutive month-long carry, having no choice other than, like, that one knife, because I mean, I'm a little bit of a hippie at heart, and I really believe in like bonding with things and like keeping life simple, I guess. If you guys can see the bugs, I am so sorry. Like, I have bug spray on, so hopefully they won't bite. But like, I guarantee you can see them like swarming me in the video. So I'm kind of a hippie at heart, and I really believe in keeping things simple and like bonding with things, I guess, even if they're not alive, like even if they're just knives. But I feel like this day and age, we're so obsessed with the latest and greatest, the new and improved. We get bored. We get bored of things easily, and I totally see an addiction trend in everything, but especially the knife community. There is such an addiction to the new, latest, and greatest, and we get bored. And it's like, it's kind of surprising to me because a lot of the people that get bored of their knives aren't even using them, right? Like, they're not really using them very much. They're opening packages and cutting cardboard. And they get bored of it, and then they need the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. And that, to me, is, like, wild, because it's like, why are you so obsessed with getting the new, latest, greatest steel and expensive build and Chris Reeve and Spartan and Magna Cut and stuff when you don't even know what that tool is capable of? Seriously, do you know what that is capable of? Because you probably haven't done shit with it other than cut tape and some cardboard boxes at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not shitting on those people. I'm just like, realistically, guys, like, how do you know what your tools are actually capable of? Because at the end of the day, they're tools, you know? Like, you can collect these knives if you want. Of course you can. Like, there's so many people in the hobby that just like to collect and look at them. But for me, like on Erica's planet, in my world, only talking about me, I really like to actually use my tools because I need them every day. But it's like, it is so cool to hold something that this is not in Erica's reality, right? Like, I did not build this. I don't know the people at Spyderco. I didn't make the steel. I didn't design this. I didn't create the plastic scales. I had nothing to do with the birth of this Spyderco Native 5, Sage 5 lightweight. I had nothing to do with it, right? This is somebody else's reality. Somebody else had a dream that came true building this. And I guarantee that when they made it, they wanted you to use it, you know? The design of this particular knife tells me that this was made to be used. The ergonomics, the length of the blade, the sliciness, the choice of steel. Everything about this tells me as a person that somebody put a lot of time and thought into making this as an EDC knife for somebody to use. And I think that is so cool that I can leave my mindset and enter somebody else's and use a tool that they created for someone like me. Like, that is so neat. So, like, using my knives is really important to me, but especially for a consecutive period of time, I get to, like, bond and really enter that other world. Because, you know, testing for a week isn't really testing to me. That's just, like, using it for 7 days. But when you go a whole 30 days with nothing but this one knife in your pocket, you really get to see what it's capable of. When you're forced for 30 days to pull this and only this out to use it, it really does force you to understand the time and the effort that went into building this, to making this. And I think that is just the coolest thing. Now, I'm not saying that you know, everyone should review the way that I do. I don't think that at all. It would drive a lot of people nuts. That's just what I like doing. I love spending a whole month in somebody else's world and their eyes, looking at something that they put probably years into, between the design and the supplies and all that. Maybe longer. Like, that is just so cool to enter somebody else's universe for a month and use something that they created. Like, and it's even cooler when you know the people that did it. So, like, I know nothing about Spyderco. I know none of the people over there. Like, that I just, I'm a nobody to them, right? But with, like, BGM knives, that's somebody that I have a connection with, and that's even cooler to me, because I know John. I've been to his shop. He's in New Hampshire, like 2.5 hours north of me, up in the mountains. I've visited him. I know him. And, you know, to use something that somebody created and you know that person, that's even cooler. I think that's why I love the BGM knives so much. First of all, they're fantastic tools. But, I mean, John made this for me. like, made it for me. What a cool gift, right? Like, he didn't make the spade design for me, but this particular knife, I placed an order. He knew this was going to me. And, like, how cool is that I get to actually use this? Like, when he was making this, was imagining me using it. And imagine if I just let it sit in a box or sit on a shelf, right? Like, all that time and effort, making it perfect so that it will perform for me. If I let it sit on a shelf, in my world, that would just be so disrespectful. But when I get use out of this every day, when I get to just beat the crap out of this thing and see what it's capable of, that is one of the coolest things that I could experience in this world is using tools that people made for me, and they, spec'd it in just right for me because they knew I was going to use it. I just love that. I think that is such a cool thing that we can do for people. There's so many things in life that we buy and thought went into it and stuff, but we're never going to know who made it. We're never going to know the person behind it. We're never going to know anything about that. So much of the food that we eat and the drinks that we drink and the clothes that we wear, you're never going to know who made that. You're never going to know anything about that person. And it's really cool that you can pick a smaller community like the knife community where you can possibly know who made it for you. And you might even be able to get something that was made specifically for you. But even if it's something across the board, you can, like my pry bar, there are hundreds of Mr. Nice bars out there in the wild now, right? Archie makes these cool pry bars that you guys always see on my page and on my channel. Archie makes many of these, he's made hundreds of these Mr. Nice bars. But, like, I know Archie. I can talk to him when I want to. I can DM him. I do talk to him. He has an Instagram page. He's very interactive with his followers. So even on a higher scale of production, even if it's not custom made for you, you can still get to know the maker. And, like, Archie knows I have this, when anybody really posts a picture of their Mr. Nice bar, he'll put it on his story, and he knows who's buying his stuff, who's using his stuff. That is such a cool concept to me. So when I get to use something for a whole month straight and really see what it's capable of and just do everything I can think of with it for a whole month, that is, like, very special to me. That's a very special experience for me. And I'm really glad that I'm able to do that. So I think I just missed it, man. I think when I was not testing and I was able to choose whatever I want, I just felt disconnected. I felt so disconnected. I didn't even want to post on Instagram, really. It was difficult for me to go out and photograph and stuff because I felt kind of, like, disconnected from my tools. And I was just, like, choosing whatever I felt like for the day, and I didn't like it. So I don't think I'll be doing that again anytime soon. We're going to hop right back into testing and stay testing for a while. In June we have the Spy 27 Native 5 lightweight, and then we've got 2 K390s to test, 1 US one, 1 Japanese one, and those are Para 3s and Delicas. So that's what we will test moving forward. In June, we've got 3 knives to test all at once, which is crazy. And in case you guys haven't, like, seen the update on this one's in MagnaCut, like I said, and I had a lot of trouble with MagnaCut before. Ever since I got some fresh edges on this, like many new fresh edges, this has been my most reliable blade. I'm not kidding. This MagnaCut is it just doesn't stop cutting. It is the most reliable blade that I have. And I know for a fact that if I'm going to work and I'm going to be doing a lot of cutting, this is what I want to bring. For a small EDC knife, this is the one that I choose every single time. Because I know that it won't give out on me at work. Isn't that crazy? Like, I had such a hard time with this at first, and I just needed to put a crap ton of edges on it. And voila. It is my most reliable, sharpest worker. It's crazy. So that's really exciting. I have a Hogue Deca. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. Hogue Deca, Wharncliffe, black coated, flat dark earth polymer scales, MagnaCut knife coming in this week. I think I included everything. That'll be in this week for testing as well. I don't know when I'll test that because we're booked for June. But the Deca will be really interesting to test. I got the Wharncliffe one with the compound grind. I'm curious about that grind because I've worked with compounds and Tantos and stuff before. This one just looks wild. So I'll be curious to see how that is sharpening. But that will be tested at some point. Those are coming in at 61 to 63 for a heat treat, supposedly. So this one is 62 to 63, I think. Either that or 62.5 to 63.5. Same realm. I think that's all I have for you guys. I gotta, go shower because I'm greasy and disgusting. Sunburnt, smelly, covered in dead flies. Smelly. But yeah, maybe we'll say goodbye to the dogs first. Yeah, we have so many new people to the channel because, like I said, Meadow Complex must have sent people over. So thank you, Meadow Complex, and thank you for whoever came over. If you end up staying, you will learn that I have a lot of dogs, and they are in almost every video. Generally loud, but also very cute. Let's see. So we've got 2 over there. Those are the 2 youngest. One of those dogs is Nicole's, the little pointer, the GSP. That's Romy. That's Nicole's dog. She's a sweetheart. Kane is one of my boys. Got some over here, lounging. They're fat pancakes. So this is Zadie. She just had her 8th birthday. But we usually call her Nugget. Kovu is up there. He's 7. He's a really cool dog. And then Zaya, where is she? She's the little feral looking thing. She's skinny and feral and spotted and feral. Yeah, she is feral. So hold on. How can I gotta try to get her on camera here. She's of course looking out into the field hoping that an animal passes through so that she can scream at it and try to jump the fence. Which there are a lot of animals. We have 53 acres behind us of untouched land, and boy are there some animals out there. So she likes looking out into the abyss. There she is. She's hunting. String! Little stringy girl, hi! Now she's hunting ground animals. And Mr. Baby is very needy. I think that's it, guys. I'm gonna go kind of chill out, relax for the night. Gotta go to work tomorrow. We will be making a Memorial Day video tomorrow, which I will post tomorrow on Memorial Day. Who would have thought? I'll be posting that tomorrow afternoon. But I think that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Go use your shit. Look at that coating. It looks so cool. Use your shit. And I will see you on the next episode. Love you all.